Man, sorry, y'all. You know, I got it wrong about... No, I didn't get it wrong, punk! Hell no, I didn't get it wrong. Got it right to the mug. Let me tell you. So Jerome Powell comes out, finally admits that, you know what? Hey, you guys, we should retire the word transitory. It's not really a transitory inflation. You know, it's more like it's kind of permanent. And it's a little bit higher than we thought it was going to be. Oh, man. So look, is it that I know something about our monetary system? I know more about it than the people who run it every day? Is that the case? Or did they lie? I'm not that smart, so it must be the latter, okay? Look, man, I tried to tell y'all many times. I tried. I'm going to continue to tell y'all, man, please realize you have to do something with your money. You can't just leave it in a bank, okay? You can't, all right? Like, yeah, you know, like you need some money that, you know, you need access to for emergencies and blah, 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 like a small amount of money, cool. But like your life savings type stuff, don't do it, bro. Don't do it. Don't just leave it there for them to fiddle with and then also dwindle down into nothing, okay? Yo, you heard it here first, okay? And then Jerome Powell came, and they literally just last month in November, they was like, he personally said that, you know, this is just temporary, guys, it's transitory, you know, inflation's just gonna come back down, it's a natural part of our economy, and blah, blah, blah. No, 2-3% was permanent, bro. It was always permanent. 1, 2, 3, 4% was always permanent before. Why would that change now? What did you do to the entire system that would make inflation now something that wasn't permanent? Every year that inflation occurred. You know what I'm saying? Like it happened. And the value of the dollar dropped by 1% or 2% or 3, and you didn't feel it because there's only 1, 2, or 3%. Yo, at 5, at 7, at 10%, you're gonna feel it, bro. You're gonna feel it, family. You know what I'm saying? And this is just, it's not a feature of our system. Like, there's people who are painting it to be a feature, and there's a lot of people. Look, man, you know, I consider myself a lefty. And the thing is, I still, like, there's no president you could put in place that would ever make me not want to hold that president accountable. You know what I mean? Hold the entire system of governance accountable. And I think that there's some lefties who don't want this craziness and stupid stuff happening under a Democratic president because, you know, they railed so hard against, you know, the Republican president. It's not how you do government, bro. That's not how you do, you know, that's not how you play politics, bro. Like, it doesn't work like that. And so, you know, they're riding the leftist narrative, not the leftist, sorry, the Democratic narrative that, you know, somehow inflation is transitory and inflation is, you know, all this stuff good for the economy. It's a feature, you guys, made popular by Democratic journalists and whatnot. And it's not the case, man. It's here to stay. It's not transitory. It's here to stay. It's hella bad. It will destroy your savings. Why do you think people who have a lot of cash don't just leave it sitting around? They do stuff with it. You know, if you had $500 million, you would probably not want to play with it. You'd be like, oh my gosh, 500 mil, like, I don't want to do anything to jeopardize that, you know. Maybe I'll take like 2, 3, 5, 10 mil out and I'll play with that and invest it and do things with it. But no, the rest of it, no way. I can't touch it. Like, oh, what? That's crazy. No, I can't do that, you know. But these guys, they're like, yo, 500 mil. Okay, so if we just left it sit for this year at 3%, we lose $15 million in purchasing power. We lose $15 million in purchasing power, okay? We lose that. At 10%, you lose $50 million in purchasing power that year. That year. And it's not like the clock hits at New Year's Eve and then, boop, now it's down $15 million. Nah, bro, it's not how it works like that. It just, as it's sitting, the buying power is just dwindling and dwindling, and slowly prices are increasing, but at a rate that it was imperceivable before, but now higher than 10%, okay? The number that they can BS us with is 6. That's the number they could BS us with. We're not going for that, okay? We should multiply that number. When you start talking about higher than 20%, bro, it gets scary to think about. You got to do something with your money. Do not just let it sit in cash, okay? Me personally, the only thing I can think of is crypto. With crypto, I buy it right immediately, and then I sell it, and I have cash immediately. I use Cash App. You know what I mean? It's easy for me. I can still, have access to the money when I need it, to use it when I need to use it. It seems like a very, simple thing for me to do. So, it is what it is, fam. It is what it is. But just wanted to let you know, you heard it here first. You heard it here first. And so, come on, man. We got to do better, bro. We got to demand better. But there's no fixing the U.S. dollar. It's like when you set a blockchain in motion and it just goes. And I'm not saying that the U.S. dollar is a blockchain. It's not. It's not a distributed ledger. It's not. It's got one node centralized and minted 40% of its supply in the last 2 years. You know what I mean? So it's not a blockchain, okay? So don't get my words twisted. But when you start a blockchain and you get it going, you can't really change that blockchain. I mean, it takes a lot to change the blockchain, and then you have all this supply out there, and what are you going to do? Cut everybody's supply in half? What? You know what I mean? Like, that would make people go crazy. If you opened your wallet one day and you had half as much money in your wallet as you did the day before, man, it'll be nuts. It'll be nuts. So, they can't really do anything about it. They only had 2 buttons to push. One button was control interest rates, whether raise them or lower them. And the other button was print money. And guess what? They did print money like a mug, and they just kept tapping this one, and then every now and then they would hit the low button, lower the interest rate button. This is what they would do. So it's a wrap, dude. It's a wrap. Bye-bye. Yeah, man, that's my 2 cents. Just wanted to let you know. I just wanted to let you know. You know what I'm saying? That this is just the way it works. That's why you can't, if you understand how it works, you can't go for the lies, man. When they try to lie to you, you can't go for it. We're going to confiscate your Bitcoin. If you knew how Bitcoin works, you can't confiscate it. We're going to take it. You can't do it because you know how it works. You don't even know how much I have because you know how it works. You know what I mean? Done. You know what I mean? Like, you just stop going for all the BS, man. Come on, man. It's finances. It's extremely important to your livelihood, the livelihood of your family, your progeny, what have you, community even, what have you. Come on, man. We have to do better, man. We have to understand this stuff much better, and we have to know how to make the right moves with our money. Look, you're going to go to work anyway. You go to work, you trade your life. The time of your life is traded for this money. Like, it's already bad enough. That's a disproportionate value proposition. Look, man, I charge anywhere between $250 and $500 per hour. Okay. That's what I charge. That's not even worth my time. It's not even worth my time. I'm only doing that so that I can pay to live. You know what I mean? But it's not worth my time. You know what I mean? My time is worth much more than that. It's incalculable. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, nobody's paying me to be away from my family. I'm going out to procure what I need to provide. You know what I'm saying? But make no mistake, in my head, even if I got paid $1,000 an hour, which I haven't gotten paid that yet, but even if I got paid $1,000 an hour, Still, that doesn't justify my time. Like, you're not buying my time. I'm choosing to give it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you can understand it. Some people can't understand that. Anyway, you're already trading it for money, you know, and it's bad enough that you're not getting enough money for what you're trading it for. Yo, you might as well, bruh, you might as well put it in something that's not going to lose you the money when you park it. You know what I mean? It don't have it already cost you from just sitting there. And that's what we're saying about inflation, man. This is what we're talking about. This is why it's a terrible thing. It's an evil, nasty thing, this inflation. It's bad. You know what I mean? This is what we're talking about, is that it costs you, and it costs you, and it costs you, and it's a tax because the government prints more and has access to that more money, that more supply, but you pay for that because a portion of your buying value now goes to that newly printed money. And so, you know, it's bad, bro. It's bad. Check this out. They're talking about the Fed is giving you numbers on inflation. Okay, so look, there's a lot of arguments about how, no, we're not, you know, it's not inflation because the price of gold hasn't gone up, right? And I understand where that's coming from historically. You know what I mean? I really do. I get it. But the Fed is coming out and saying, like, they're trying to BS us with numbers of inflation that was like way higher than they've ever said before, at least since, like, you know, the early 90s or something like that, right? Like, they've never uttered these numbers. They never put these numbers to paper. And on top of that, the way that they're measuring inflation, the CPI, you know what I mean, is like the most skewed version of inflation in their favor. And the number they could BS us with is 6%. Let me tell you, man. Let me tell you, it's bad out here. You know what I mean? It's way worse than what you know they're making it out to be, and even what I thought. It's far worse than that. Whew. Scary to think about, my friend. Scary. You know, and look, you know, I'm 97, 98% into crypto in terms of my, you know, net worth. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, dude. I'm just saying that's what I'm doing, okay? I don't know about you guys. I don't know what you're doing out there. I'm just saying that's what I do. That's what I'm doing. But so they're saying, you know, sorry, I got off on a tangent, but it said that in order, you know, for it to actually be inflation, the price of gold must be going up. But there wasn't Bitcoin when this rule of how to measure inflation, you know, when it was established. There wasn't any Bitcoin. There wasn't crypto. Like, there wasn't an alternative to gold that was goldish. You know what I mean? So, you know, you got to take all this stuff with a grain of salt. We're in brand new territory. Bitcoin charting, brand new territory. This is unlike any bull run that's ever existed. The things are going on with Bitcoin is like unlike anything that's ever existed in Bitcoin. Bitcoin itself is unlike anything that's ever existed prior to Bitcoin existing. The political landscape, unlike anything. Financial landscape, unlike anything. Inflation is not like anything. COVID, etc., 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 etc. It's all unlike anything that's ever happened before. This is brand new territory, my friends. This is brand new territory, family. Let me tell you, man, if you're doing the same thing you've been doing, while all the world around you is changing, yo, it's a bad move. It's not wise. It is not wise. Man. Christ comes to make all things new. You feel me? And this is what it is, right? At the end, one shall come that will baptize you with fire. You know what I mean? What Mr. Farrakhan said, it's fire because when fire touches something, it's forced to change. It changes the chemical makeup of the thing when you apply fire to it. And this is like a fire. You know what I mean? It's everything has to change now, man. Everything's got to change. Everything must be different. You know what I mean? Some way, somehow. If you're doing the same thing you've been doing before, bruh, the same thing you've been doing before, bruh, I feel bad for you, man. I feel bad for you. You got something going on in here, man. You got a blockage in here, and you got to unblock it for your success. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, that's my 2 cents. Love you. Man, I love you so much, bro. Anybody, man, you watching this video, even y'all that don't watch a video, it's fine. I still love y'all so much. I wish the best for y'all. And, you know, I hope everything works out. Bro, I'm here, bro. I'm here. Holla at me. You know what I mean? Holla at me. Yo, I don't charge for nothing. You know what I'm saying? If I don't got the time to do the phone call, I just don't got the time, man. I got, you know, I got a family, I got a business, you know, I got a whole lot of stuff going on. But I will try to make the time at my earliest convenience, bro. I got time for you. You know what I mean? You want to talk about strategies, you want to talk about, you know, what you can do with the situation you got. Man, I've helped a bunch of folks figure it out, right? And I'm always figuring it out. Like, I'm always figuring it out for myself. You know, things pop up, things change, you know what I mean? Things happen, and you got to call an audible. And it'd be like that. And that's okay. You know what I'm saying? But don't feel like you're in this alone, and don't feel like, you know, you don't have any resources. Bro, I'm here. Bro, I'm here. You know what I'm saying? I love you. Be safe. Peace.